Hello, and welcome to another Game Developers Vlog, in which I'll be talking about that grey rectangle over there. If you find that boring, you can just look at this wonderful video I shot on Saturday, on a beautiful, sort of very spring-like day out in the woods. And before I go any further, I'd like to apologize a little bit for the lack of updates lately. But it's been due to me working quite a bit at the hospital and then having a bit of trouble readjusting from the nighttime work I do there to the daytime work I try to do here at home. Sometimes readjusting to working in the daytime just doesn't work out very well. And you lose some sleep, and then you have very little energy, and so on and so forth. Finally, the sort of work that I've been doing lately, because I have been doing work, has just not been very visual in nature. It's been updates to the art program, making it easier to work in, making it a bit more stable, but not something that's worth showing. And then it's been working on the framework for the game engine. That's the exciting part. The game engine is the underlying code that handles how to present the graphics and how to interpret the key presses and the mouse movement and all that. You can actually usually build more than one game with one game engine. You just sort of swap out the graphics and perhaps some of the values. Change a few of the values around so that the key presses and the mouse movement is interpreted slightly differently within certain frames, and also maybe some values on it as to how the various entities in the games move around and all that, but it's basically the same. I'm probably not going to make more than one game with this one, but I wanted to have the experience of building one, a simple one, before I build a more sophisticated one for the next game. At any rate, today I finished the menu system, which I can demonstrate here. Doesn't get much more exciting than this today, I'm afraid. But it is a really good menu system. It's the first really high quality one that I've ever written. And that's important. If you've used any kind of computer program, it very likely has a menu system. And this one is stable. It is capable and very flexible. It's almost endlessly expandable, which is the part I'm most proud of. You can see that this menu's name is main, and that it has two elements, one called string val and one called other. The string val has a value called one value attached to it. It can be manipulated, or it can be changed to another option, which is another value. And other, it's a link to a submenu, which is called other, which in turn has a value called intval, and which is at present 21, and can be switched to 42 or 84, and back to 21. That's the sort of thing you can do with it, but you can add more and more elements and submenus within submenus within submenus. And except for initiating the menu with the same main menu, the main menu should always be at the beginning, and there should be a certain value at the end, a certain element at the end. Between that, it doesn't really matter what order you put in things, as long as you, of course, have the links. All right, when you put in the link other, you have to tell it to link to the menu called other as well. Otherwise, it would be stupid otherwise. But beyond that, it structures itself. Upon startup, the program builds a structure of all of the elements you have, be they 400. I'm very proud of this. It wasn't terribly difficult to code, but it took a while to come up with a good structure, and way of doing it, and allowing for the rest of the program to access this. I know it sounds weird to be excited about this. It looks so enormously boring, but it's a breakthrough for me, and I'm sure I'll retrofit my art program with this menu system. I actually had the ambition to build it for my art program first, but I got sidetracked because I'd rather work on, you know, the features that actually have to do with art. That's much more exciting. But now that it's there, I'm excited about it and happy to have done it. I'm sure I will get much use out of it in the future. So what's coming up? Well, finally, I am at the point where I'll start coding the graphics display, for example, how to show the graphic I made in the game and also future graphics, and moving them around with key presses, making the little rodent here perform different actions, cars moving around, maybe some so-called NPCs, non-player characters, and enemies, all of that. And I've done all of that already, so it should be fairly simple, and you should get plenty of updates over the next couple of weeks. Then I will get, after a while, I'll get into more sort of difficult things I haven't done before, and I don't know how frequent updates will be then, because I don't know how long it will take me to code those things. But I think there will be a steady stream of updates. I really do. That's all. If you find this interesting, despite of it all, in spite of it all, feel free to subscribe to this channel and click the like button to this video. There should be appearing right about now on the screen a couple of links. One to a video that explains what I do. I'm an artist of sorts. And also some, I think, a quick link to how to subscribe. If you want to know more than that, there should be several links in the description of this video, taking you to my website or my Instagram account or Patreon, such things. It's up to you whether to click or ignore. But you should know that the option is there. With that, I wish you a good time of day and goodbye.